In an effort to lower gas prices, President Biden is responding to calls to boost U.S. oil production by reselling leases for drilling on public land. But the move breaks a campaign promise, angering climate activists. For more on this, let's bring in ABC's Faith Abube. Faith, good to see you. Help us make sense of what reselling leases for drilling on public land means.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Kenneth. So this effectively authorizes the oil and gas companies to start drilling and producing their products on federal lands. Now, this is something, of course, as you said, President Biden said that he wasn't going to allow. We heard it over and over again during his campaign. And in fact, he signed an executive order when he first took office to pause these oil and gas leases on public lands. But then a federal judge in Louisiana stepped in and said this administration needed to go ahead and sell them because it has no rational explanation for suspending it. Well, the Biden administration is now complying with that court order, but limiting these new sales to 144,000 acres across 9 states. And Kenneth, this is seen as a way to boost oil production here in the U.S., which could potentially bring down gas prices.
And Faith, full disclosure, I paid about $80 in gas yesterday after an Easter Sunday trip up to Philadelphia and back. Yeah. $80, that was a lot. So many Americans feeling that pain at the pump. So let me ask you, how long will it take before Americans start to see those benefits?
You know, a lot of Americans are just like you, kind of. Gas prices have come down just a little bit, but not significantly enough, but they have dropped slightly. Americans want to see it lower. They're feeling this pain every time they fill up, and they want some relief here. So this could potentially help, but it's not going to happen overnight. It could take several months, even a year, to affect market prices. At least that's what analysts are saying at this point.
Yeah, and Faith, and a federal judge weighed in order that those sales resume, and climate activists, they're not happy. So how are these activists responding, and could the president have done something differently here?
They're very upset, to put it plainly. We've seen some really strong language from them saying that this is a reckless failure of climate leadership and that this is about life and death, and it's incompatible with the president's promises that he's made in the past, especially on the campaign trail. And it's a blow to President Biden, who promised, again, on the campaign trail to fight climate change, which the administration says it's still very much committed to doing, but they do think their hands are tied at this point. They have to comply with this court order. And so what they have done is hike up the royalty rate that these companies have to pay on new leases by 50%. And they're limiting also the land that is available about 80% less than what was originally evaluated for potential leasing.
And the response from lawmakers, Faith?
Well, Republicans are criticizing the president still. They're saying that he should have done this a long time ago and that these new leases or these new lease sales aren't enough. They want more drilling, and they've been saying that for a while now. And of course, progressives are just as upset as the climate activists are. And so this is happening all at once, and President Biden is caught in the middle, now caught in a very tough position, trying to honor his campaign promise, but also comply with this court order.
And you better believe that we have not heard the end of it. Faith Abube here in Washington. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.